This is the story of the third Pandava, Arjuna, who was born to Queen Kunti by the blessings of Lord Indra, the god of the Devas. Arjuna is the main character in the epic Mahabharata. He plays a key role in the Bhagavad Gita alongside Lord Krishna. Out of all the Pandavas and Kauravas, Arjuna had an immense liking for the sport of bow and arrow. He practiced this art with great concentration and perseverance. Soon, he became the numero uno, that is, the number one in this art. Acharya Drona, the preceptor or instructor of both the Kauravas and Pandavas, was very much pleased with Arjuna and showed preferential love and favour towards him. This caused a natural adolescent jealousy in the heart of Duryodhana and his brother Dushasana, the eldest of the Kauravas. Duryodhana in particular did not like Arjuna and the other Pandavas, and silent ill feelings like hatred towards the Pandavas took birth in his heart. One day they openly criticized their guru for the favour he had shown towards Arjuna, telling him that they were not less skillful in archery. As a reply to their criticism, Acharya Drona arranged a test to decide the best archer amongst all. Accordingly, a wooden bird was placed on the branch of a distant tree. It was partly hidden by foliage, meaning leaves. A prominent artificial eye was painted on the wooden bird. The teacher, Dronacharya, called all his disciples, the 100 Kauravas and the 5 Pandavas, and said, "Look, my children, a bird is sitting on that far-off tree. You have to hit the arrow exactly in its eye. Are you ready?" Everyone nodded. First, the eldest of the 105, that is Yudhishthira, was invited to try his skill. He stretched out his bowstring and was about to release the arrow when Dronacharya stopped and asked him a question. "O eldest son of Queen Kunti, may I know what is visible to your eye at this point of time?" Yudhishthira replied innocently, "Why, O Gurudev? I am seeing you, the tree, the people around me, and the bird." Similar questions were posed to Duryodhana, Bhima, Nakul, Sahadev and the others, and Acharya Drona got similar answers as those given by Yudhishthira. The Acharya told them all to step aside, as it was obvious that with such poor concentration they were sure to miss the target. Last but not the least, it was the turn of Arjuna. He readied himself, his bow and arrow in perfect, graceful harmony, when the Guru asked him, "Arjuna, will you tell me what is being observed by you?" And Arjuna replied, "Gurudev, at this point of time, only the bird's eye is visible to me." When asked by the teacher whether he was able to see the bird, the tree, and the people around him, Arjuna replied in negative, maintaining that he saw the eye of the bird only. Dronacharya was pleased with Arjuna's immense concentration and the correct approach towards the art of archery. He then explained to others how, due to such peculiar yogic qualities and powers, he preferred Arjuna as his best disciple. As we all know, the Kauravas and Pandavas were always at loggerheads with each other. The power-hungry Kauravas, led by Duryodhana, kept hatching schemes after schemes to get rid of the Pandavas, and the Pandavas kept narrowly escaping death, taking refuge in the forests. Once, while in such a hiding, the Pandavas began to think of leaving the forest when Rishi Vedvyas arrived. He explained and assured to them that justice would prevail and advised them to have patience and endure the current hardship. On the advice of Vedvyas, Queen Kunti and her 5 sons went to a nearby town called Ekachakra. They stayed there with a Brahmin family disguised as Brahmins. The Pandavas passed their days by begging alms and participating in prayers. In the meantime, it was learned that the king of Panchal, Drupad, has organized the Swayamvar of his beautiful daughter Draupadi. The Pandavas, who had heard of Draupadi's celestial beauty, also wanted to participate in the Swayamvar. So, the Pandavas, then disguised as Brahmins, went to attend the Swayamvar ceremony of Draupadi. At the assembly, the Pandavas sat next to other Brahmins away from the royal dignitaries as they did not want to reveal their identity. Nobody in the Swayamvar assembly recognized the Pandavas. Lord Krishna was also present there as an honored guest. At the appropriate time, King Drupad greeted and honored all the participants and announced that his daughter Draupadi was going to enter the hall. Amidst the sounds of bugles, drums, and melodious music, Princess Draupadi, accompanied by her brother Drishtadyumna, entered the Swayamvara hall. As soon as she entered the hall, all eyes turned towards the beautiful damsel. Drishtadyumna, her brother, addressed the gathering and said, "Honorable Princess and Kings, you can see a fish hanging from a revolving wheel fixed atop of the pole. The reflection of the fish is seen in a white pan full of oil placed at the bottom of the same pole. The competitor who hits the eye of the fish while looking at its reflection in the oil shall win the hand of my sister Draupadi in marriage." A bow and a quiver full of arrows had been placed on the stage for the use of the competitors. The event began, and a number of princesses came forward and tried their luck one after the other. But none of them were successful, and with long faces, they returned to their seats. When Karna's turn came, Draupadi spoke out. She refused to marry Karna because he did not have any royal lineage. He was brought up as the son of a charioteer, and a humiliated Karna left the hall in a huff. Drupad and Drishtadyumna were getting worried since all of the princes present at the function had failed. Finally, Arjuna sought Yudhishthir, his eldest brother's permission to participate in the contest. With his brother's consent, Arjuna, still in the guise of a Brahmin, walked towards the stage. People were amazed to see a Brahmin trying to achieve a feat in which the most valiant of princes had miserably failed. "He must be crazy," remarked one of the Brahmins. A calm and composed Arjuna picked up the bow and arrow, looked at the reflection of the fish in the oil pan, and drew the bowstring and shot the arrow. The arrow darted with a twang and pierced the eye of the fish. The people there could not believe that a mere Brahmin had mastered the art of archery better than the honorable princess. All the 5 Pandava brothers attended the tournament without informing their mother Kunti about it. They returned home in triumph, bringing Princess Draupadi along with them. From outside the house, they shouted at their mother, "Mother, you will never believe what we've got here. Make a guess." Busy with her work, Kunti refused to be baited. "Whatever it is," she said, "share it between yourselves equally and do not quarrel over the matter." So seriously did the brothers take even these casual words of their mother that they resolved upon making Draupadi their common wife.